A lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either.
It's a big deal. He had broken the show business rules.
Get ready, guys, because this is another episode of Dave Chappelle vs. the Hollywood Elites. And this time, famous comedians send a warning to another industry legend, Ice Cube, telling him to hide from the powerful of the show business and stop stirring the hornet's nest with his provocative statements. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. So, Dave Chappelle knows a lot of things about the shady figures who run the industry, and he himself experienced what it feels like to go against power who wants to control or destroy you.
They're trying to convince me I'm insane.
In 2005, when Dave Chappelle was on the way to his fame, he suddenly decided to leave his show and escape to South Africa, hoping he would be safe there. There were numerous speculations what made Dave turn away from wealth and glory at the peak of his career, and there were speculations of him using some substances or dealing with mental health issues. But the fact is, when Dave came back from his self-imposed exile, he turned out to be the most sane person in the industry, which only made people wonder what made Dave walk away from the show, leaving a $50 million deal behind. And later, it was revealed that his departure was his way to protest against the exploitative nature of the industry and its monsters who wants to take advantage of celebrities and control them.
I could see if you had some kind of issue, you know what I mean? You might go out to Hollywood and you might start connecting some kind of lines and you could...
Well, Dave has been in the industry long enough to know about every menacing move of these shady elites, and now he seems to send messages to other celebrities who come forward and try to expose the dark side of Hollywood. And in case you missed this story, recently rapper Ice Cube has been pretty vocal about his own experience with the powerful of Hollywood when he shared a lengthy video message on his Twitter. He slammed gatekeepers for putting up resistance to the growth of his Big Three basketball league. He added that he'll be going on an Expose the Gatekeepers podcast tour this summer to share the truth, those working against him.
I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with.
And that's not the end of the story. In a recent appearance on Bill Maher's Club Random podcast, Ice Cube discussed ties he sees between the prison industrial complex and the entertainment industry. He claimed that the prison system benefits from the rap industry, using it to put inconvenient people behind bars.
People at the top can manipulate what's going on with the people.
It seems like the rapper is determined to go against the powerful figures that seized the power in Hollywood and announced that he planned the full exposure of their shady activities on his podcast tour, where he wanted to talk to everybody who would listen and tell them about what's happening behind the closed doors and how honest people like him are being deceived and played.
Well, what I'm going to do is go on a Fuck the Gatekeepers podcast tour, everybody, and get a chance to get my message out to the people.
While it may be a defining moment for everyone who's been vocal about the cruelty of Hollywood elites, and Dave wanted to tell Ice Cube what happens to people who dare to openly talk about the dark truth of the show business. And the brightest examples of all is rapper Kanye West, who lost his contracts with sports brands Adidas and Gap last year. And the rapper believes it has something to do with him speaking against the industry elites. Now, Dave Chappelle was the pioneer of this exposure, and his statements about shady figures controlling and medicating celebs date back to 2006 during his interview with Oprah. He wants other celebs to be as cautious as possible. Now, with Ice Cube openly admitting that he doesn't belong to these elites and will do everything he can to bring them down. Dave is worried about the rapper's well-being and safety, especially considering the fact that Ice Cube shared a lot of previously unheard details about the show business, and some of them will shock you to the core. This isn't the first time Ice Cube has been vocal about his controversial opinions. Earlier this year, Ice Cube has invoked a particular conspiracy theory that's been threaded throughout the rap industry for years. He asserts the entertainment industry and prison industrial complex are working in cahoots to funnel black and brown youth into the jail system through rap music.
You meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artists, this is hot, say that. Do this.
According to Dave Chappelle, the rapper went too far with his accusations because, as he learned from his own experience, it's better to act cautiously and even hide far from the claws of these shady elites.
Some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club.
Now, Ice Cube just proves the whole conspiracy about Hollywood's shady side, and many people praise the rapper for coming forward and being vocal. As one person commented, more celeb need to do this. It will only make the world a better place to get rid of these demonic people. And another user added, I'm glad he's speaking up, because the rest of these supposed to gangster rappers just bend over take it and lead their fans down a dark, evil path. Many people are happy to see Ice Cube coming forward because while the majority of rappers and celebrities are hiding behind their shame or fear, there are not many brave people who dare to stand against the whole industry and willing to make a change in this never-ending terror. As Dave Chappelle says, the first step is to acknowledge that celebrities who say anything against the system may fall the victims of different incidents, like it almost happened to him.
So I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you.
Now Dave says if Ice Cube continues to speak against Hollywood and even proceed to go on that exposure tour, he may face serious backlash from the elites and suffer the same or even worse consequences like Dave Chappelle himself or West. When celebrities have the nerve to riot against the system, their least severe punishment is being blackballed, but they also may end up in jail, hospital, or even worse.
They began disinviting me from these film festivals.
However, Dave doesn't want Ice Cube to give up because they need as many people as possible to change the habitual way of running things in the show business. Some fans even believe that the rapper's passionate speech may inspire other celebrities and they start joining the campaign against the evil power and everyone who cover for them. And despite the industry's best attempts to make Dave, Kanye West, and now possible Ice Cube crazy, people see the truth. As Ice Cube said, the show business has long stopped being the place of making art, and although he cannot speak for every branch of the industry, he knows a lot of shady stuff about music making. In his words, it's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being near as guardrails to make sure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. As Ice Cube continued, there's no more making music anymore, mostly like following the rules and doing what you're told.
Follow the money. Now, I don't know their names, Bill, but if you follow the money, you go high enough, you start to see.
Let's hope that these actions will lead to positive changes, and we will see raw and honest Hollywood one day. However, as Dave Chappelle says, it may take longer than intended because the majority of young artists are skeptical and not motivated to swap their wealth and fame for truth. While more and more skeletons are being basically dragged out of the industry's closet, Dave warns celebs to be cautious with what they do and say because consequences won't be pleasant.
If you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm going to try to take everything away from you. And I don't care when I find out.
Dave has seen a lot of examples in his life, and he knows more than everyone else about the possible backlash that Ice Cube may face because of his statements. Elites won't think twice before sacrificing another person, and they perfectly know that there's a huge line of people waiting outside ready to take a vacant place. Now, Ice Cube may find himself in quite a precarious situation because no one knows what is coming his way. But there's one thing Dave is sure of. The elites are going to make his life living hell if he doesn't stop being so bold and reckless with what he says.
Yeah, I don't care who you think you are or how you think you do it. You cannot imagine what celebrities go through.
It's still admirable to see people like Ice Cube, Kanye West, and Dave Chappelle who put their reputations and even careers and lives at risk for the sake of a better future. It seems like the overall vibe in the show business is kind of toxic, and someone needs to change that. Although fans fully support the rapper's motives, they're also concerned about his safety. As one person commented, "I agree with you, Cube, but you better be careful because the powers that be will get rid of you. They've done it to too many people." And another user added, "Ice Cube, because you just told the gatekeepers what your plans are, no one's going to let you have a forum. You're canceled just like the rest of us. You and us are now in the basket of deplorable." Well, we just need to wait to see how this story unfolds, and I don't know about you guys, but I would love to see some positive changes in the show business. And what do you think about this? Should Ice Cube be more cautious with what he says? Or is it too late and he may face severe consequences of his statements? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I am eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about conspiracy theories. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and I promise to be back very soon.